Yes,
interesting because when we, even for adults and for students, for the
absolutely.
same situation, we see people behaving differently. Some people have restraint, some people don't. So,
Yes.
what determines that? I'm sorry, maybe I'm going off the
No,
script,
no, no, no.
but
It's
it's a
perfectly,
very
perfectly
interesting and
fine.
very
It's a very
organic
interesting thing. Yeah.
discussion. So, is it and we I have seen people who get jarred up very easily with some kind of an emotional stimulus. There are people who can control themselves and behave very civil in a very
Yes.
civil way, and there are people who just go off the lid. So what determines that? Is it
We can, yeah,
natural or
we can discuss this in various levels. So let's start with something that we call, there are two terms.
and
One is
also
called
if we could also
reactionary.
have the students in mind, because
Yeah,
since we are
absolutely, absolutely,
educators.
absolutely.
Mhm.
So what we know that we have two. Let's talk about two very related, but they are subtly different.
Mhm.
Let's talk about two things. One is called reaction. One is called response. So
Right.
when your emotional mind takes over, you
Mhm.
react.
Yeah, correct. Mm.
Correct.
Mhm.
But those people who we say the very sane, cool, and calm Zen-like,
Mhm.
they actually respond. So that's the difference
Yeah.
between a reaction and a response.
Response, correct.
The
Mhm.
one thing that we all can develop
Mhm.
so that we don't react but we respond to a situation is that we need to give ourselves some time. So let's build this awareness. Let's
Mhm.
build this awareness that, so first and foremost, being aware is actually half the battle won. That I am now aware that I am in a condition of emotional. Suppose I'm going to
A
fear. It
heightened
can be fear.
emotional
It can be
stimuli.
anger. It can be a
Yeah.
burst of anger. It can be
Mm.
you are venting out a rage,
Right,
anything of
right,
that sort.
right. Or
Just
somebody
if you
insulting you, somebody insulting
yeah.
you. Hmm.
So, but if you can just develop this practice of giving ourselves, say for example, nothing but 1 minute or 2 minutes,
Mm.
and build that awareness that yes, something is built, some emotion is building up inside us.
Mhm.
Just that awareness
Mm.
will help a lot. Just that awareness that will create a distance between, that will demarcate that response and the reaction.
Mm.
So that awareness we also need to build up in the students also. That first you be aware.
Mm.
Don't push the thing. Don't push your anger. Don't push your feelings away from you.
Mhm.
Just realize that yes, I'm getting angry. Realization and that awareness comes first. Yes, I'm getting angry.
And we can
I'm
also give
getting fearful.
students a little bit of understanding. Your ears become a little hot, and you can feel the anger in your veins, gurgling through, and
Yeah,
you have some kind of a
that's
goosebump
yeah.
situation where
That's
you're
your that's your
feeling.
that's your adrenal rush.
Yes, that's
That's
the
your adrenaline rush. Yeah,
manifestation of the emotion that's happening. So when you feel that, maybe we can give them cues that these are the things that will happen to you, and you
absolutely.
realize that, and then maybe practice whatever you're saying, restraint.
Yeah, actually, in my last class, I was, if I can say these things, in my last class, I was teaching them something, this hormones, and we are talking about this emergency hormone, this fight or flight hormone, adrenaline.
Right.
So I told them that science is not about just sharing knowledge; it's about awareness. So that in the future,
Mm.
whenever you get angry, first and foremost, just think what are the changes that you just what are the difference you feel inside your body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's
you have
very
your
important.
palpitations, you have
Yeah.
your sweating, yeah, you are breathing more deeply.
Mm.
So these are the changes. Now it's time that you become aware of yourself. The
Mm.
something is different in me, something different is happening due to the influence of a certain hormone.
Mm.
So even this awareness, so actually sharing of knowledge also should build an awareness. So
Mm.
science or anything, any subject for that matter should build this awareness. So
Mm.
if say for in a cohort of 20, if any one of them can build this awareness
Mm.
before getting angry, before yeah venting out
Reacting.
all the emotions,
Mm-hmm.
if they kind of build that awareness, then they will start responding to the situation,
Right.
not reacting to the situation.
Right. Also, that brings me to the book again, because we are discussing
Mhm.
how does the book distinguish between this emotional regulation from emotional suppression. So, How does the book also, identify these things?
Suppression, regulation means that you are meticulously,
Mm-hmm.
again, it comes down to awareness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware of the fact that I am probably going through a emotional kind of turmoil. So
Mm-hmm.
once you become aware, that battle is won.
Mm-hmm.
So emotional suppression is something that actually has got value figures. It's not beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional suppression, you don't suppress that. Uh, you need to vent out, obviously, but not in a kind of manner that the other person gets insulted or something like that. That we repent after one day, after in the future. So
Mm-hmm.
so suppression is not good, but regulation means building awareness. So again, if I'm aware that I'm emotionally drawn, I'm an emotionally driven person, now I
Mm-hmm.
am having an emotional upheaval, then
Mm-hmm.
you should be aware of that and you should not suppress, but then you can manage that emotion
Mm-hmm.
in a very strategic way.
Okay. My next question to you is, I'm just thinking of it as from a teacher's perspective. So,
Mhm.
what would you recommend for teachers who are maybe, handling such a student who, reacts very often? You and I both, we know about, students, common students that we have
Yeah.
who can't control or regulate their emotions. So, for any teacher, what would you suggest that the teacher do? And I'm sure that there's some consistency that or steps that have to be in place. But if, say, we were having a problem with a particular child in a particular class,
Mhm.
and we have all the teachers of that particular child in a meeting, so if you were given those, if you were to give those ideas to the teachers, what would you recommend?
Yes.
Are there steps that the teachers could, do, follow?
So first and foremost, we need to take this into account that the teacher should be himself or herself very emotionally stable and emotionally sound person. Then only he or she can interact or deal with the student's emotion, first and foremost.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, let's believe that the teacher is well equipped with his or her emotion, he or she can handle his or her emotion well.
Mm-hmm.
So then that teacher needs to connect with the students. So suppose in a cohort of 20 or 30,
Mm-hmm.
maybe two or three will be of this kind.
Hmm.
So it's not the entire cohort. So it's
Right.
not difficult to connect with two or three students
Mm-hmm.
personally. So
Mm-hmm.
personal connection means you should first and foremost try to find out
Mm-hmm.
the root cause. Where is it coming from? It can be the parents, the home, the peers. It
Mm-hmm.
can be its own any kind of psychological, I don't say malfunctioning, but some kind of psychological disorder can be there. So
Right.
you need to find out that where the problem lies. Then
Mm-hmm.
only comes the solution. Now, if you are empathetic enough,
Mm-hmm.
that means yeah, I can understand your problem. Now, understanding is just letting the student know,
Mm-hmm.
because we are not dealing with a student, we are dealing with a biological system. We
Correct.
need to consider that.
Mm-hmm.
And there can be yeah, and there can be many things you need to consider before just we can easily say that this child is naughty, this child is not listening to us, and so on and so forth. But there could be thousands of factors. Even it may have started when he or she, that student, was in her mother's womb. It
Okay.
can even start from there. Any kind of hormonal imbalance maybe in the mother can
Mm-hmm.
trigger this kind of response in the student when they are in this kind of age.
Wow. That's very
So
deep
so
in.
nothing. So
Oh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing is, science says nowadays, science tells you that nothing is there's nothing called free will. If you just go back, yeah, if you just pull one string, lots of string will be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just kind of, if you can look through the process
Mm-hmm.
where it's coming from, then there is no end. It can go back to even before his birth or her birth, that where from this attitude is coming. So it's very deep. It's not possible for us to go into that deep, but if we can just manage our emotion, and if we can tell the students that yes, we are here to listen to your problem, Listening can solve 90% of the problems. That yes, tell me your problem if you want. I
Mm-hmm.
am here to listen. So even this much can just connect instantly. The connection between a student and a teacher can happen instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes very much easier for the teacher to handle that kind of a student. And I have seen drastic changes in the student if a teacher
Mm-hmm.
just that I'm listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there for you. Just tell me your problem. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not sidecasting you. I just want to understand your problem. Just understanding. You don't even have to give the solutions.
Mm-hmm.
Just that you are listening to the problem can solve the problem.
Right. So